Yes, it's exciting the fact they're talking about the rate change, but just because they're talking about it doesn't give you an indication one way or the other. The other news, that they have gotten support from the untied states' Federal Reserve is exciting. But even though they got the green light, they have not even started printing the new currency. They have not printed any new currencies at all. There is no release of the lower denominations. There is no new currency out there that's been created yet, but it is something they plan on doing. When? We have no idea. I do believe there's going to be a lot of moves this year that's going to be surprising everybody. Sadani's speech, in there he said the next regime will have a managed float and then he talked about it. There's just no end to the many ways they're telling them that they're about to get their purchasing power, and it's probably because it's so close. And it's also because Sadani wants to keep face. He made a promise. But also everybody knows we're there. You are watching Khan Baba, today December 8th evening. My contact told me that the CBI has been told by the Finance Committee to hold off on removing the zeros until the issues with the US around the Iranian saga are agreed to and at least how this will be handled. That's really good for Iraq. I remember when 96% of their budget relied on oil, and when it got down to 94% I was shocked. But now they're down to 94%, I was shocked. But now they're saying 90%, they're going in the right direction. That's good. Great news, Iraq has reached a major milestone in its national development strategy. Prime Minister Sadani officially opened the first 63-kilometer segment of the Development Road Project, a corridor designed to transform the country into a central hub for global trade. This connection is far more than a simple road. It is the first operational piece of a strategic trade route that aims to compete with regional shipping giants and connect the Gulf to Turkey, Europe and beyond. By launching the segment, the government has demonstrated tangible progress on a project that experts believe could reshape Iraq's economic future, making Iraq a competitive logistics corridor. Iraq is actively building the foundations for a diversified modern economy that is less dependent on oil. Iraq said 1310 would terminate, expire, end, no longer go forward on the 31st of this month of December. And logic says, well, what are you going to use on the 1st of January? But I feel a responsibility to discipline our chaotic excitement. Yeah, he said it, and he said much more. There's a lot of excitement, but I feel a responsibility, a duty, to pull on the strings a little bit. I feel a need to tell you to make sure you get it right. Iraq seeks active membership in the World Customs Organization. Iraq is currently implementing all the required standards, and communication with those organizations has become direct, stressing that work is underway to move towards Iraq becoming an active member of the World Customs Organization in the coming period. Confirmation came on December 1st from Iraq himself. The Digital Dinar project is actively under implementation. He didn't say it's under study. He says it's under implementation. It's a total change. The digital project is clearly under implementation as part of reforms. The Iraqi Gazette recently mentioned the Central Bank of Iraq is reviewing economic conditions and discussing potential adjustments to the exchange rate. The situation is being monitored closely and any updates will be announced. They never have talked about the exchange rate in the Gazette. Never have they ever done anything like this before. That is so true. They have never talked about it before. The fact the Gazette is now involved in Azraflak, the monetary reform adduction to Iraqi citizens, is beyond powerful. This is the media not controlled by the Iranian politicians. The fact they are talking about your currency, monetary reform and the exchange rate, it's another wonderful piece of evidence. Every day it becomes more and more obvious about the month of December 2025. The central bank reassures. comprehensive reforms and a swift return of banks deprived of dollars. The bank noted that Al-Iraq reiterated the commitment to maintaining overall price stability by fixing the exchange rate and keeping inflation at low levels, warning that reducing the dinar's exchange rate would have negative repercussions on low-income groups and weaken confidence in the national currency. Here is yet more proof. There is not going to be a devaluation of the dinar and probably just the opposite in the near future, a revaluation. Thank you for watching.